Hey y'all. Why folks don't want to get prenups? What's wrong with a prenup? I would love for y'all to share, comment, and subscribe so that you and everybody you know can keep up with my videos as I'm posting on various topics that are definitely relevant to what's going on with us today. Um, I'm gonna hop right into what's going on with attorney Rachel Lindsay. So, Rachel Lindsay, as y'all know, is the first black lead on the Bachelor show, but for her, it was the Bachelorette. Her and her husband are now going through a divorce, and he filed. But here's the thing: is apparently they ain't got a prenup, and she actually was pro prenup, but they weren't on the same page about it. And so apparently and clearly, he wasn't feeling a prenup. And she states that she didn't want it to become a bigger issue, and so she left it alone. So it sounds like to me she got punked out. And now she's stating that, hindsight is 2020, and she did not marry the same man she's divorcing, and they are currently still living in the same home while the divorce proceedings are going on. So I'm not marrying no man who ain't signing no prenup. I don't care what everybody's financial status is at the time of the proposed nuptials, because that's what it's gonna be, proposed until that prenup is signed. See, I'm less Rachel Lindsay and more Candy Burrs. Candy was dang near in her wedding dress, telling Todd, if you don't sign this prenup, won't be no wedding. And that's how I feel. Like, what are we really talking about right here? Because here's what I have learned during my time as a licensed attorney in 3 states, baby. If you ain't got a prenup, the state gonna give you one. If you think that the state does not have terms in place to tell y'all what y'all gonna do if y'all divorce without a prenup, y'all crazy. There are things in place for children, property, all that. So you can either have a say in it or you can let the government tell you. And from my experience, when I'm talking to folks, everybody got a problem with the government being in your business. Nobody trusts the government. But all of a sudden, it's, oh, well, I don't want to have a prenup because I'm really trying to be nice. Or I believe it's just because people have a misunderstanding of the prenup process. And that's why you need to get legal representation. Even when I, draft my prenup, I'm hiring my own lawyer. Yeah, I'm an attorney, but I don't want to do that. I want another attorney to be working with me and having conversations with my fiance's attorney about the terms that will be drafted for our final prenup. Do I currently have terms right now? You dang right, I got terms right now set up. Am I gonna tell y'all? No, because get your own. But I'm not playing no games. I am fully aware that conversations are so much easier to have and will be led with respect and understanding when we are in love and we are thinking about moving forward with our future together, but are being prudent about what could possibly happen. I am not moving into a marriage expecting there to be a divorce, because who really ever does? I bet you if y'all do a poll on all the people who were married and went through a divorce, you're going to find that they didn't think they was going to get divorced. But guess what? They still ended up divorced. I even represented people in divorces. I don't do them no more though, because I personally I don't like them, and I don't have to. I will refer you if you need an attorney for a divorce. And I'm gonna make sure somebody take care of you. And I have somebody on speed dial for y'all if y'all in the Harris County, Houston area. Hey boo. You know exactly who you are. But this is somebody I trust, because if I had to go through a divorce and she was able to represent me, she would get whatever her retainer fee, baby, I give it to her. Because I like how she handles divorces, and I like how she is very professional, and she has a very personable spirit, and I think that works well for people who are in a stressful time like that. So yeah, I wouldn't represent myself before the marriage nor after the marriage. But when you are doing your prenups, you can discuss what you all are going to do with property earned before the marriage, with property earned after the marriage, what you all will do, when y'all have children, what will happen if y'all don't have children, what can happen if individuals are caught cheating. There could be stipulations in there regarding that. There could be stipulations in there regarding the child possession, custody, visitation. Everything that's in a divorce can be mapped out before you even get married, if you take the time to work it out and don't get caught up in this whole, well, I don't want to plan for an ending. Baby, nobody ever does. Who does? But that don't stop people from filing them papers for irreconcilable differences. And here, one of the things that I'm gonna be honest, I don't really appreciate it. I don't really appreciate the fact that Attorney Lindsay's husband, Abasolo, I hope I'm saying that name right. I may not be, as usual. He's a chiropractor, and she stated that at the time that they got married, I guess their salaries were about the same, but apparently she done blew up. One of the things that really bothers me is, we ain't even got our reparations. And now, he asking for spousal support, y'all. And I had one of my friends say, "City boys up." And he was out of line for that, because I feel like as a black man, if we gonna root for somebody snatching money from somebody, we ain't gonna go for the oppressor, who I feel like knew what time it was when he refused, apparently, was not on the same page as her for the prenup, and so he didn't want to sign it. And so now look where she at, in a position where apparently she done blew up and is making more money than her estranged chiropractor husband, and he wants her to support him. And also, she didn't just come from she didn't just come from a family that didn't have a legal background. In addition to her being an attorney, her daddy is a federal judge, and so she has had like plenty of exposure to the ins and outs of courthouses and the legal system. So I am very disappointed in Rachel, and she has further confirmed for me that I ain't getting married without no prenup. If you interested in me, baby, and you don't want to sign a prenup, baby, don't holler at me. Don't send me no DM. Don't holler at me when you see me. Matter of fact, turn your head. I ain't trying to hear nothing you saying. Because once I bring up that prenup and you tell me you ain't down with it, I ain't gonna have nothing for you. I don't trust you. I don't trust nobody but the Lord already as it is. All I do is trust that people gonna be who they are. And I am not trying to negotiate with no terrorists on Mad Day, because that's all that is. If we got to the point in the marriage where divorce is the next step, baby, I'm going to be slapping that paperwork that we signed way back when down, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I'm not finna be going back and forth. I'm not going to do it. I just ain't. I have no belief that a man going through a divorce is going to show me the same love that he showed me when we took them vows. I don't believe it. Nope, I don't, and oh well. So, yeah, men and women, y'all need to be more realistic about the ins and outs of relationships and how things go down. And it's a possibility that you may get married and you may never ever have to dig that prenup out from that desk drawer. And that would be an amazing and beautiful thing. But I tell you one thing, there will be some peace existing in your mind when you know that you ain't gonna be one of these people sitting around here complaining about your divorce ain't finalized, or you mad that he won't accept this or she won't accept that, or y'all can't agree on this and now y'all ready to go to trial. You don't gotta do all that. We got a prenup. It's straightforward, to the point. Everybody get on and go their separate ways. And that's what I'm gonna be on. So y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think about prenups. Would y'all do them? Why not? Do you believe that you are really setting yourself up now that you know that the state got a plan set up just for you? Or do you want to have a say in it? You know what I'm saying? Or you just willing to let the chips fall how they may because you trying to be nice? Because quite frankly, that's what I think, especially when I talk to other women about it or hear them talk about it. I usually notice that there's a lack of education, a lack of knowledge. And I'm not faulting nobody for that, because I didn't know what I know before I got my legal education. You know what I'm saying? But, baby, I know what I know now. And I'm not going to act like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like a lot of times women be moving in ways because they so scared that they might mess around and miss out on a man. Do you really want a man like Abasolo? Because that might be what you get. You might get a man who gives you pushback on your prenup and then backdoors you and files papers for a divorce. And now you, like she said, hindsight 2020, should have got that prenup. If you got standards, you got to stick to them and stand on them, because you know why you have them. And ain't nothing wrong with being protective of yourself. So, again, what y'all think? What's y'all opinions on prenups? I want to hear from men and women, quite frankly. Cause I also heard, like, I've seen some men who like, oh, they don't want no prenup, and because of how the state of things are with like all the stuff that we hear now from this new like round of men, where they don't really seem to be very interested in providing and being like old school men. They don't be wanting no prenup either. And that's exactly who I wouldn't trust, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they the type to mess around and clean out the account when your back turns, talking about they need your half of the bills because they don't know how it's gonna be going down now that y'all done fell out. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So yeah, I want to know what y'all position is on prenups. Again, go ahead and like, share, and comment, and let me know. I look forward to hearing from y'all because, baby, this is a topic that we all ain't never gonna get away from because folks still get married every day. B. The relationship standard is now available at peacefullyreal.com.